narrators. Today, and in the past, we've been talking about narrative stories, and each day we've learned a new piece that will improve our writing. I want you to close your eyes and listen to my narrative story. Are you ready? Bzzz. Oh no! What was that? I reached in and picked one of the lavender-smelling flowers. Bzzz, bzzz. I heard it again. I think I can hear a bee buzzing around. Then I reached for my sweet soda and bzzz. Ouch! The bee stung me on my lip. I feel the spot, and it is a big bump. My mom brings me some ice. It feels cold, but then my lip starts to feel better. Finally, the bump goes down and I am all better. Okay, open your eyes. When you had your eyes closed, could you picture everything in my story as if you were there too? Yeah! Do you know what? I made sure that I used all 5 senses. Do you remember these senses? We have 5 senses. That's how we see and understand the world around us. We see, we can hear, we can smell, we can taste, and we can feel. So I used those things to describe, like my sweet soda. I knew it was sweet because I had tasted it. I heard a buzz from the bee. I felt when the bee stung my lip. Okay? Today what we're going to do is I'm going to read you the listening walk. And in this story, the character will take us on a walk where we get to listen to a lot of different sounds. I want to see if reading these sounds makes you able to place yourself in the story better. Boys and girls, make sure you're listening so that you can hear the sounds in my book. The listening walk. I like to take walks. I take walks with my father and our dog. Our dog is called Major. He is an old dog and he does not walk very fast. We go down the street and we do not talk. My father puts his hands in his pockets and thinks. Major walks ahead and sniffs. I keep still and listen. I call this a listening walk. On a listening walk, I do not talk. I listen to all the different sounds. I hear many different sounds when I do not talk. First, I hear Major's toenails on the sidewalk. Major has long toenails, and when he walks, his toenails scratch the sidewalk. They go twick, 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 twick. I hear my father's shoes on the sidewalk. My father walks slowly, and his shoes go dum, 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 dum. I can't hear my shoes. I wear sneakers. I hear all sorts of sounds on a listening walk. I listen to sounds I never listened to before. I listen to lawnmowers. Lawnmowers are noisy. A lawnmower makes a steady zooming noise. It goes like zoom. I listen to lawn sprinklers. Lawn sprinklers are very quiet. They make different sounds. Some sprinklers make a steady whisper sound like other sprinklers turn around and they go On a listening walk, I hear cars in the street. The shiny new cars are quiet. They make a soft but old cars are very noisy. Old cars sound like and when cars go around the corner too fast, I hear tires go. When tires stop too quickly, the brakes go eek! On a listening walk, I hear all kinds of sounds. Bicycle bell ringing, tring, tring. A baby crying, wah, wah. A jet flies over. Jets are very noisy. When they're overhead, they're like, eeeew. A boy runs by dribbling his basketball, bum, 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 bum. A lady hurried by us. She's wearing high heels. The lady's high heels go, ping, pong, ping, pong, ping, pong. A bus is coming and the lady starts running, ping, 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 ping. The bus stops at the corner. Psst. The lady gets on. The bus starts up again. Around the corner, men are digging up the street. They're using a jackhammer. It makes a loud banging sound like dick, 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 dick. The jackhammer hurts my ears. I put my hands over my ears as we walk by. Sometimes my father and I take Major to the park. It is quiet there. The sounds in the park are not loud like the noises in the street. My father and I walk down a shady path. I do not talk. I listen. I listen to my father's shoes on the path, and they make a soft sound like shoop, 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 shoop. I listen to the birds in the park. I listen to the pigeons and the ducks. The pigeons fly down to meet us, and they want us to feed them. The pigeons puff up their feathers, and they take little tiny steps. They come towards us, nodding their heads, and they go, "Prrr, prrr." At the pond, the ducks are waiting. They want us to feed them too. The small ducks swim up close, and they turn their heads on one side and look up at us. The small duck waggle their tails and quack. They say, quack, 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 quack. The big ducks are not so brave. They stay back and swim around in circles. The big ducks look at us, but they do not come close. The big ducks say, quack, quack. Sometimes I hear a woodpecker in the park. The woodpecker sounds like a little hammer. He goes, rat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat. In the park, I hear crickets in the grass. The crickets go, grr, 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 grr. I hear the wind in the leaves, and it whispers, shh. I hear bees in the flowers, bzzz. It is fun to go on a listening walk. You do not have to go far. You can walk around the block and listen. You can walk around your yard and listen. You do not even have to take a walk to hear sounds. There are sounds everywhere all the time. All you have to do is keep still and listen to them. Right now, there are sounds you can hear. When you finish this page, close the book and listen. How many different sounds can you hear right now? Close your book and count them. So I want you to stop. We're not going to talk. I want you to be quiet and listen to the sounds around you. I hear cars because I'm at my house right now and I live by a really busy street and I hear cars outside. Maybe you hear something different. Maybe you hear a TV, or maybe you hear your brother or sister, or maybe your mom or dad. Today in writing, I'm going to write a story and I'm going to be using some sounds, okay? So the story that I'm going to tell is about one day when I was cooking in the kitchen. So it was a sunny day and I had just started the oven. And when I turn on the oven, it goes beep, beep. So I wrote down, one sunny day, I turned on our oven. It goes beep, beep to let me know it's ready. Then my next paper says, I put in the beautiful bread that I've just made. I open the door. I made the sound that the door makes when I open it. I put it in. It makes a sound when it sits on the rack. It's like a... I close the door. And I wait. I sit in my living room and listen to the TV. Then I hear beep, 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 beep. The timer lets me know the bread is done. That's my story. I use lots of noises. The noises of the door on the oven opening and shutting. I also talked about the sound of when the timer goes off that it makes, the beep, beep. So I want you today in your story to think of some sounds that you can add to your story. Maybe you're talking about a time you were outside playing. Are you laughing? Do you hear cars nearby? Is there any noise from animals or insects? Be thinking and see how you can add some sound to your story to make your readers feel like they're there with you.